Hey guys, Deslater Magic here, and a little bit of an announcement. It's kind of funny actually from Wizards of the Coast today, and it's about MTG Portal. The title is MTG Portal Limited Beta coming, so that's weird to beta test something on a phone, but beta is like, hey, it's at release quality maybe, but we're going to make you test it instead of us because you don't cost anything and testers are expensive, and also we're over the time limit anyway. That's what beta really means in most cases, so expect that. You might be thinking, well, what the heck is MTG Portal? And, well, they announced a whole bunch of digital stuff quite a while ago. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of, like, everything so that you don't get blindsided. Because the first one that I want to mention, and I'll come back to Portal, obviously, which is what this is about. Damn it, one of my neighbors' freaking fire alarms is going off again. God, every time they try to cook, they try to kill me. They try to burn down the entire building. So first up on the list is Project M, which is coming out according to them in 2018. I cannot stress that enough. As of, I don't know, early this year, and I believe they've maintained this, it is going to be released in 2018. Well, there's not much 2018 left, so watch for Project M very soon, I guess. So it is a mobile game, and it is a MOBA. Oh boy. It's being worked on by the South Korean company Netmarble, so at least somebody knows what they're doing. Kind of implies that it'll be a microtransaction up, money sink, pay to win piece of garbage, but that's basically everything on a phone, so yep. So who wanted a MOBA? And if you're not familiar, it's like a tug of war kind of thing. It came from StarCraft 1 and Warcraft 3. Yeah. It's just League and Dota, except watered down. You can only use your finger and it's on a tiny screen, so it's going to be garbage. I mean, there's no good mobile MOBAs. In a high precision game, give me a mouse or keyboard or I'm not going to play it. It's really that simple. So the excitement level is still at 0. In fact, I think it dropped from 0 even lower since they announced this because, one, it sounded like a reskin of Star Wars Force Arena, just FYI. And secondly, I'm pretty sure like Fortnite and PUBG have completely taken over for League. I mean, people still play League and stuff, but like the whole world has moved on from MOBAs. So that'll be interesting. I guess watch for that coming out soon. Unless they're lying, it'll probably come out in 2019. Next up on the digital offerings that you might have forgotten about or never heard of in the first place, we've got the Cryptic project. And I don't mean mysterious or secretive. I mean, the company named Cryptic is working on it. You know, the people who made Neverwinter, which, by the way, is another Wizards of the Coast property. It's in the Dungeons & Dragons division. Oh, mini announcement. They're making a Ravnica official D&D 5th edition book, I believe. I didn't look too much into it, but yeah, finally a crossover. And like Wizards has said, or I should say the Magic the Gathering section of Wizards has said that they do not do tie-ins with Dungeons & Dragons. They don't do it. They keep their IP separate. They guard it like crazy, which, hello, it's the same damn company. So that's odd. So finally they pulled a 180 and they're just making a Ravnica expansion for D&D, I guess. It's some kind of book, whatever. I could care less. What I actually want is a beholder on a card. That's it. Just a beholder creature, beholder subtype. It's all I've ever wanted. So yeah, Cryptic made Neverwinter. It's just a generic blah MMO. Literally nothing sets it apart whatsoever. It is the definition of generic, but there's really nothing wrong with it. It was a well-designed game. It worked. Everybody liked it. It was fun. It was just not remotely creative or anything new at all. It was just like, here, have another MMO. And then people are like, okay. So, I mean, this ain't no $200 million AAA Ultra title, which honestly, the last couple MMOs that were supposed to be that big were complete garbage. The Final Fantasy one was crap. Elder Scrolls Online was a joke. I'd name more, but I've pissed off enough people. So this is going to be very safe, very boring, and it might even just be like a glorified reskin of Neverwinter with some new stuff added in. So all we know is I think you play as a planeswalker, and it's going to take place in some of the planes from the Magic the Gathering lore. And other than that, it has basically nothing to do with it. It's probably just a reskin of what they were already working on for the next MMO or whatever. So, ooh, so exciting. But they don't have a release date for that, and MMOs take forever to make. So, it's probably going to be in beta to probably 2019 or later. So that's kind of funny because Puzzle Quest was fantastic. I forgot the name of the company that made that, but they make some other really good stuff, like Marvel, whatever, something. People really like that one. But yeah, Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest was amazing. Now, full disclosure, they did sponsor my channel, so I have to tell you that because that's the law in America. But also, I played the game before they sponsored me, and I thought it was fantastic. I thought the balancing, the fairness, and the design was better than the actual game of Magic. They made an improved version of Magic. Oh, and then Arena was fantastic because they brought in people from like Valve and like ex-employees from so-and-so, this and that company, allegedly people who all know what they're doing, and they all came together and made Arena really damn good. So 2 for 2, Project M, the Cryptic MMO, and Portal are all looking positive, right? They're literally all being worked on by 3 completely different companies. So I don't really see the association here. And that segues perfectly into what this article says. So, oh, this one's funny. Grab some popcorn, everybody. Coming to a phone near you, the official Magic companion app, Magic the Gathering Portal. Just not quite as soon as we thought. Aw, world's smallest violin. But wait, it gets worse. Although I should say what Portal is. It's a smartphone app. It's supposed to work with the tournament scoring software where you like sign into your local gaming store, probably with a zip code or whatever, and then you're like, oh, that one. And then it shows you the pairings on your phone instead of like getting up and looking at a piece of paper, or yelling them out or whatever people do. And yeah, that's nice, especially for bigger stores. That's cool. And then it'll probably do, I think it has a life tracker in it, and then it lets you look up cards and rulings in the Gatherer. So, you know, nothing too special. It probably rolls dice to see who goes first and stuff, and probably has a bunch of ads for their other crap in it. I think they might have said it'd track something with Planeswalker points and attendance and might give you prizes in Arena or something. I don't know. Maybe those are what people are just guessing, but you get the gist of it. It's just a smartphone app to work with F&M. I think it might let you hold your own private tournaments, but that seems like it would compete with an LGS. Like, oh, we could go there so they could score it for us. Or we could go to your place and play on your kitchen table because, oh, look, tournament scorer. Well, it's not like apps to do that don't already exist. I mean, come on. So it sounds like a chimpanzee could write this, although all the API access and database stuff, that's a nightmare, but just it's a glorified tip calculator past that. You pull information from a database, show it on screen about cards and rulings, and then you add 1 and -1 for the life counter. Wow. But apparently they couldn't get their crap together and couldn't get this done or working because with Guilds of Ravnica releasing on October 4th, inside that product you'll see some advertisements for MTG Portal, encouraging you to try out the app. Take a guess, guys, where this one's going. At the time we commissioned those ads, we were optimistic about the timing of the app and went ahead and included those advertisements in the product. We were very excited to launch the new way to interact with Magic alongside the new standard rotation and a return to one of our most popular planes. I'm like 99% sure that they used the phrase one of the most popular planes to describe when they went back to, I think, Ravnica the first time, certainly Innistrad, I know I heard that, probably Zendikar, and I think Dominaria as well. They really just lost their crap over Dominaria. They went back to a place we've been before where the set alongside it didn't sell like crap, is what they should be saying. So anyway, they continue. However, as we got closer to that date, we had hoped to launch our limited beta test. It became apparent that MTG Portal was not ready for where we wanted it to be for our players. So in other words, a vaguely working state. Or at least that's the way I would interpret that. So an official Magic the Gathering app is something players have been requesting for a long time, and we want to make sure we get it right. So in other words, once again, it doesn't work. They thought they could put together a simple smartphone app, and they could not. This is the only project where we don't know what company's working on it, which usually indicates it's just some blah who cares lowballing contractor like someone out in India or China or something. That would explain why it's not done and working correctly yet. Or that it's hired a bunch of purple-haired lesbians instead of who is most qualified, and surprise, it's not working yet. We believe MTG Portal in its final form will be an essential tool for gamers who love Magic, full of useful tools like a tournament organizer, a card database, searchable rules, and a life counter with some handy options. Oh yeah, I'm glad I actually remembered that correctly because I didn't read that part yet. Oh, here's the spin of the century. We are not rushing quality. You're not writing quality. It would be out if it had some vague semblance of quality, okay? It does not take long to make a smartphone app. I know companies that can do it in like 2 weeks. I mean, hell, I could probably do it in 2 weeks. I have 2 degrees, both in software design. Sort of. One's in like graphic and web design with, PHP and JavaScript anyway. Oh, and ASP.NET with C#, so I mean, we're getting pretty close here to smartphone. But anyway, yeah, we're not rushing quality, and as such, we're not ready to announce the new date of the limited beta test of the app. Watch this space and follow @WizardsMagic. They don't say where. I'm not going to click the link, screw you. For more updates as we get closer. In the meantime, enjoy Guilds of Ravnica and the Magic the Gathering open beta test. Or, Magic the Gathering Arena open beta test. No, Magic the Gathering is not still in beta in its 25th year. It almost should be, though, because they keep making huge mistakes. So watch for more news on MTG Portal in the coming weeks! Exclamation mark completely needlessly. Wow, no concept of quality, bad designers who don't know what they're doing, and deadlines that were completely irresponsible and unrealistic. I mean, it could be anything at this point. It could be all of those. Who knows? There really is no excuse for this not being done. And I do say that with zero knowledge of the project or how it's going or what speed bumps there were. Maybe it's entirely just Apple getting in the way and taking forever to approve their app. I mean, who knows? It could be something I'm not thinking of, but usually, in general, with what I know about project management and software suites and smartphone programming, it's that they don't know what they're doing and suck at their jobs. So, I mean, honestly, the app, if it works like they say, sounds wonderful, but you can just go to the Gatherer on your phone. It has a mobile CSS bare minimum. You can run other people's life trackers. They're designed quite well. I mean, yeah, they got ads in them, but put it in airplane mode. Or actually, don't do that. Just turn off data. Airplane mode means people can't even call you. I mean, we're not missing out on much, and this is so like a non-thing. I kind of forgot or just didn't care. It wasn't relevant that Portal was coming out. I forgot that they even said it would be this time of the year, so whatever. But I guess they could have counted on people forgetting about it and then missing the deadline and nobody would care. But like they said, you're going to be opening boosters and it's going to have one of those advertisements for, hey, go download this. Well, they wanted to remind you that it doesn't exist. So remember, when you're at the pre-release and people are opening these cards and go, oh, Portal, what's that? Remember to tell them, oh, they didn't get it done in time. So just disbelieve this entire card. It is incorrect. Yay, Wizards. They are really earning that public image that they have. So are you excited about Portal? Will you use it? Does it sound neat? Are you totally disinterested? Are you just going to wait and see? Is this the first you've ever heard about it? And what about the other digital offerings that they're doing? Because remember, after they tried to get the movie made, and it just didn't come together in typical Hollywood style, couldn't get a script, couldn't get a director, producer, whatever, who knows. They decided to like double or triple down or however many times they're repeated this time on just licensing out their IP. And I think it really started with Puzzle Quest. I think they approached the mobile company that made it or the other way around. And one way or another, it succeeded enormously. It was very well reviewed, very well received by the fans. And rumor is it made a ton of money. So, yeah. They want full-blown licensed it to everybody. We need to get our name out there. Plus, it's automatic cross-promotion. You just slap your name and your characters and put Jason Chandra in an MMO and suddenly, ta-da, you've got a giant walking billboard for, hey, go play the card game. Nobody's going to play the MMO and the entire time be like, what's Magic the Gathering? What an odd name. I don't know what that is. Like, you're going to look into the game and at least see if it's fun or whatever. Like, if they get 1 million players playing this new MMO, some of them are going to check out the card game. It's automatic. And then remember, they make a cut of whatever the game makes because it's licensing their IP. So it's a benefit on top of a benefit. And then the game gets higher notoriety because it has a huge, long-term 25-year-old intellectual property attached to it. It's like they say for Star Wars video games. You're automatically going to sell double or triple just because it's Star Wars. Just don't screw it up, EA. So both companies benefit, and it makes Wizards a bunch of money, and then it gets them more customers. Duh. Now, Portal, it's not the same thing. The other ones are, though. That's just straight licensing agreements. But, I'm glad they're branching out, and I'm glad they're going to make money from basically not us for once. They're not just directly making it more expensive to play the game, finally. But this Portal thing is more like, let's bring it into the 21st century. Now you can help, yourself play a paper game with the assistance of a smartphone. Ooh, how futuristic. Kind of overdue in my opinion, and it sounds like they admit it too. So I am looking forward to it, so watch for that probably near the end of the year or something. And that's it for now. So what are you guys looking forward to between all the projects you heard about? Let me know down in the comment section, and I will see you guys next video.